Welcome to Asemblr Smarter Event Planning How-To videos. This tutorial video will focus on how to create, plan and book an entire conference through the Asemblr platform by using Asemblr's unique event building technology. First of all, sign in and go to My Events. Once in My Events, you can see I'm currently planning and managing multiple events. To create a new event, just click on Create New Event. For this, enter the event name. In this case, it's David's conference. The event location. This will help the search results narrow down the results. We are available worldwide in Asemblr, but for this demonstration, let's choose London, UK. Event type. We're creating a conference, and by selecting conference, the steps that you're presented with on the next page will be specific to a conference type event. Choose the event date, number of days for the conference, the number of attendees, and the budget. The budget is only ever seen by you and helps you to be able to bring your event in on budget every single time. The color is a way to be able to visually group all of your events on the home page. Click Create, and then you'll be presented with the next steps in order to be able to create and book your conference through Asemblr. As you can see here, we've got the location, the event date, the type, number of attendees, and budget. You can edit these event details. You can invite multiple users to collaborate on this event. You can go to your messaging inbox, view any quotes or invoices. Now, in order to be able to create an event, we suggest you look for venues, possibly transport, audiovisual, caterers, keynote speakers, photographers, filming, event equipment, and event staff. For this particular conference, I don't need event staff, I don't need event equipment, filming, or photography. So let's remove those. If you need to add a supplier type in, just click on Add New Supplier. Let's go ahead and search for venues. The system automatically inputs the data from your planning tool. Click Search, and the system will start narrowing down the search results for you based upon radius, location, and number of attendees. You can view the available options on the map, and you can filter your results by using one of the plethora of filters on the left-hand side. Go down and view the available rooms. You can view the room by clicking on there and see all of the available packages and information regarding that particular location. For this, I'm going to add it to my event. Because I'm planning multiple events, I have to choose the event to assign it to, and this is with David's conference. Let's add that to the event. Now I have one shortlisted venue. You can go ahead and search for more venues and shortlist as many venues as you like. Let's move on to transport. Click Search. For this, I need coach hire. For the sake of the demonstration, let's add this to the event. David's conference. Add to the event. Let's continue down the list and look for some audiovisual. Search. For this, I need some auto cue and translation. Add to my event. Perfect. As you can see, we're starting to build up your conference event with Asemblr by searching and allowing you to be able to book all types of suppliers. Let's add in some caterers, some bowl food for the event. And then finally, let's look for a keynote speaker for the event also. Let's add in Adia Depitan. Now, for the sake of this tutorial video, I've only added in one of each selection. You can put in as many of each selection as you like. Now, let's request a quote from these suppliers. For the venue, got a start date, the days required, and number of attendees. I would like this to be banquet style. I do need 2 breakout rooms. So let's have a look at the boardroom and Adam. I do also need accommodation, so let's choose the check-in date. (20th to the 22nd of August). Room type, singles, and I need 50. Please put as much additional information in here as possible so that the venue can supply you with an accurate quote very quickly. Let's request that quote. So now you've sent your quote request through to the venue. Let's go ahead and request the quote from the other suppliers now also. Go down to transport, request quote. The reason we ask you to request a quote from each individual supplier type is the information that's contained within that. Each quote will be very different. For instance, I require transfers to and from Heathrow to Central London. Let's request that quote. And now let's go in and request the quote from the other supplier types also. Auto queue and translation. Catering. And finally, keynote speakers. Now all of those quotes have gone through to the individual suppliers for them to respond. The time for a supplier to respond varies. We do ask suppliers to be able to issue the quotes within a matter of hours. Sometimes it's up to as much as 24 hours, but the quotes will come through into your dashboard automatically for you. So now let's wait for the suppliers to respond, and when they do, you'll see that your notifications will start coming through here. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these quotes. You can see here that you can view the quote. Click on View Quote. Here is your quote, £500 for that particular service. Now if you like the quote, you can accept the quote, which is here. If for whatever reason you do not want to accept the quote, you can decline the quote also. It's entirely up to you. If you decline the quote, however, we do ask that you specify a reason. This just helps the supplier understand why they didn't win your business. In this case, let's go ahead and accept this quote. You need to accept the terms and conditions which are supplied by this particular supplier. Now let's accept that quote also. As we've been accepting that quote, you can see that other quotes have come through. And within your messaging center, you can also see that because you accepted the quote from this travel company, now you can see that payment is due. And you can quick link in to make that payment. Let's go ahead and view some of the other quotes. For the sake of the demonstration, let's just accept the quotes. There we go. And then let's go back to my events and have a look at how this conference is shaping up. So now you can see on the right hand side, you have your budget calculator. Your budget calculator is saying that you've got 5 suppliers shortlisted, 3 confirmed, 3 deposits due, and 2 new which you're waiting for requests. Let's go ahead and request the quote from this. Now let's go back to the conference, and you can see that you've confirmed £4,500 worth of bookings so far, and that gives you a remaining total of 45,500 for all of the remaining budget. So once, let's have a look at this quote, £3,000, you can go ahead and accept that. When you're ready to pay for some of these services, just click on here and click on pay. You can pay the full balance or deposit depending on the lead time. You can pay by card or by bank transfer. If you choose to pay by bank transfer, just fill in your business details once, save the details, and pay by bank transfer. The system will automatically generate an invoice for you which you can share, download, or print. Let's go back to my conference again. You can also share the information that you've shortlisted with a colleague by clicking on the share function. Enter their email address in here and the system will download this information into a PDF for you to be able to share. That concludes this how-to video on how to create a conference using Asemblr's unique event building technology. If you've got any questions, you can contact us at hello@asemblr.com or click on this little symbol and chat to one of our team.